So we recently got a question from a viewer asking for a comparison of the Nuna TRVL and Triv Next, primarily for urban use, but also to some extent for travel. And as these models have come up before in conversations with patrons, we thought it'd be worth doing a proper comparison. So let's jump straight into it then, looking at the advantages and disadvantages of each model in turn, and focusing on their differences in terms of child comfort, ease of use, longevity, and driving characteristics, before ending with the discussion of under what conditions and uses one might make a better purchase over the other. And starting off with the TRVL, the model clocks in at around 6.5 kilos and folds down to 61 by 51.5 by 28 centimeters. It can carry 22 kilos in the seat and 4.5 kilos in the underslung shopping basket. As far as child comfort is concerned, the TRVL has a near flat recline and an upright position that's a bit too sloped in my opinion, though the truth is that this is a problem with a lot of ultra compacts. Size-wise, the TRVL has a width of 34 centimeters, a length for the sitting surface of 79, meaning the combined lengths of the backboard, baseboard, and leg rest, and a total longer length of 115 centimeters when also taking into account space beneath the canopy and the distance to the front frame mounted footrest. As far as other aspects of the seat are concerned, the textiles are multi-layered and padded, while the canopy is a bit on the short side, and may be insufficient to some degree for younger toddlers with regards to sun coverage, due to how high the canopy sits off the seat back. And the leg rest is also a tad too short in my opinion, and is prone to sagging in the middle since it lacks a crossbar. As far as use with a newborn is concerned, the TRVL is compatible with a wide variety of car seats and can take Nuna's little bassinet as well, though not the Carry Next car seat bassinet that's sold in Europe. Moving on to parent comfort, the TRVL's handle has a fixed height of 103 centimeters, and its shopping basket is relatively easy to access, protruding a bit off the rear frame. When it comes to folding and carrying, the model quote-unquote auto-folds in an almost effortless manner, which is both cool-looking and also quite tactilely pleasant. When folded, the TRVL can be easily carried by the bumper bar, though the model's shoulder strap is a bit too short for comfort. The folded dimensions of the model are small enough for convenient packing in the trunk or storing away at home, but are well above the IATA's guidelines for cabin luggage, meaning that, in most cases, for air travel you'll have to gate check the model. As far as how the TRVL feels to use, the overall feeling of the chassis is unfortunately definitely on the weak side, a result primarily of the need for more cross support and sturdier hinged mechanisms above the level of the seat base, on the handle arms, which bend and strain quite a bit during tipping and steering. As far as driving is concerned, the TRVL has decently sized wheels and good suspension, for an ultra-compact anyway, that allow the model to handle uneven ground like broken sidewalks, some cobblestones, or lighter off-road conditions like lawn and well-maintained dirt roads when you need to stroll these places, though I'd note that regular use in such environments will definitely accelerate wear and loosening. Moving on, the Triv Next is a little heavier than the TRVL, weighing in at right under 9 kilos, while also folds down to a larger 32 by 57.5 by 69 centimeters. It can take the same 22 kilos in the seat and 4.5 kilos in the underslung shopping basket. Looking at child comfort, the Triv Next removable seat frame has certain natural advantages over the TRVL, in being reversible as well as having a more upright position, though the reclined position is more or less equivalent in depth. When it comes to seat size, the Triv Next is a little narrower than the TRVL, at 31 centimeters, but has a significantly longer sitting surface of 96, which is the result of both a much longer backboard and a longer and stronger leg rest, which extends the age at which a toddler will have a comfortable napping position beyond what is offered with the TRVL. That being said, the Triv Next also has a shorter total length, though, of 104 centimeters when considering space beneath the canopy and the distance to the front frame mounted footrest. As far as other aspects of the seat are concerned, the Triv Next textiles are also decently soft and padded, and unlike the TRVL, provide added ventilation for warmer climates via a mesh window in the seat back beneath the seat liner. Sun coverage is also a bit better with the Triv Next, both because the canopy sits lower on the backboard, as well as because it stretches out further with its sun flap and extension section. Though, when fully extended, I would note that the model lacks flaps to cover its mesh windows. As far as use with a newborn is concerned, the Triv Next is also compatible with a wide variety of car seats and can also take both Nuna's little bassinet as well as the Carry Next car seat bassinet. When it comes to parent comfort, unlike the TRVL, the Triv Next handle height is adjustable, with a range between 96 and 106 centimeters, while the shopping basket is both larger and even easier to access in my opinion. As far as folding is concerned, the Triv Next's two-step locally activated system takes a second longer than with the TRVL, but is also very tactilely pleasant to use and has significant mechanical advantages when thinking about longevity, in that the strap which activates the fold is directly adjacent to the folding hubs themselves, making for less internal complexity and thus less that can go wrong with the model in the long run. When folded, though a little heavier, the Triv Next folds quite flat, and the same strap used to fold the model is also quite comfortable to lift and carry it with. As far as the feel of using the Triv Next goes, the Triv Next is less loose in its joints and locking mechanisms than the TRVL, but still feels a bit on the fragile side, due to its lightweight relative to size. Though, that being said, it is sturdier overall than the TRVL, due both to having a simpler chassis design, as well as because the model has better shock absorption, allowing it to better mitigate the loosening effects of bumpy ground underfoot. And it also has larger wheels than the TRVL, which gives the model more versatility for use over rougher cobblestones and a variety of other, harder off-road conditions. So which of these should you get then? In my opinion, the Triv Next excels over the TRVL for all of the situations for which one would commonly buy either of these strollers. For travel, since both strollers are above cabin luggage limits anyway, leaving no reason not to have better terrain capability, storage, and a longer reversible seat. For car use, since the Triv Next is also incredibly quick to fold and unfold, and regularly doing this multiple times a day is less likely to weaken the folding mechanism over time as much as with the TRVL. And for daily use on foot in a city because, even though neither of these models is ideal for such use in my opinion, the Triv Next does have an edge when it comes to durability, and the bigger wheels and better suspension, plus simply the more substantial size of the model, creates a more stable feeling when strolling about for long periods. In any case, we hope you found this video interesting, and if you did, please subscribe, as a sort of support really helps us to continue making videos in the future. If you'd like to know more about either of these models, we have standalone reviews that go into a lot more detail, and links have been added in the description. In addition, if you're currently shopping for a stroller, we have a buyer's guide on our Patreon page which lists a wide range of models that we recommend, with a lot of technical and lifestyle related information. You can find it by following the link in the description as well. Thank you.